Rolex ito. Cartier yan. Cartier, this is the Mido Seiko. So Seiko yung nakalagay. What's up at welcome sa Pochok Lock. Kadalasan sa channel ito, mayroon ako sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad. Subalit sa episode na ito, may iba naman tayo. Titingin naman ako ng mga sample ng mga relo na ipinadala ng mga subscribers at viewers ng channel na ito. Total, we've already officially crossed the 30,000 subscriber mark at naisip ko, commenting on your watches and your watch collections would be a good way to pay tribute to you guys, the viewers and subscribers, the ones who have made this possible. Sa video na ito, magtatampok ako ng tig-tatlong relo sa koleksyon ni Sir Chito, pati na ni Miss Krisa. At kung gusto niyo pong mapabahagi sa videos na ganito, mag-submit po kayo ng mga photos ng mga relo nyo sa pochoklock2025@gmail.com. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Ladies first po tayo, kaya dito po tayo muna kay Miss Krisa na as a quick background, siya po ang pinakaunang nagpadala ng email. And I think that was just a few hours after the video where I announced this went live. So maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta. Ngayon, ang litrato po na pinadala niya, it had 3 watches on her wrist. So I'll go about them from left to right. So dito muna tayo sa relo na ito. Ang mahalagang makita natin muna dito would be the branding. So makikita natin agad dito na Rolex ito. If we look at the case shape, that's quite recognizable. This is, I think, a vintage model with an acrylic glass. Pero even today with the modern specifications, the shape of the case remains very similar, no? Yan ang oyster case. Doon naman tayo sa dial, makikita natin dito, parang silver yung kulay ng dial. And stick markers siya. You see the word oyster date just beneath the branding. Tapos makikita nyo dito, it also says precision just above the 6 o'clock marker. And if you look at the bracelet of this watch, it's in that oyster style. And dahil sa mga katangian niya, think of this an oyster date. 6694, the one measuring 34 millimeter. So this watch is, I think, already a vintage model. And what I would comment on this watch is that napaka-flexible ng relo na ito. And even to this day, this look is just, for me, quite timeless. Kaya mapapansin nyo, yung mga Rolex today, the Oyster Perpetuals, the date justs, they look quite similar to the Oyster date. And so that's why I'm a fan of the watch. One thing I would change about it though would be the color of the dial. That's just me, my personal preference. Although I do know a lot of people who prefer na color matched yung dial dun sa case ng relo. Dito naman sa relo na ito ni Miss Krisa, ang kailangan nating tingnan, syempre yung brand muna. So nakalagay sa dial, malinaw na malinaw. Cartier yan. And then while we're at the dial, parang may railroad sa itaas nung Cartier na branding na umiikot dun sa dial ng relo. It uses Roman numerals. There's a date at the 3 o'clock position. It uses sword hands na parang heat blued siya. Tapos let's look at the case shape na parang rectangular siya. And the bracelet style. Pag tinignan niyo yung crown, there seems to be a cabochon there. At dahil sa mga katangian natin, with this Tank Frances, reference 2465. So the Tank Frances is a spin on the original Tank watch that is based on an actual Tank. But this watch, it made its debut in 1996, and I do think it has a classy look. I think this one with the date at the 3 o'clock position is one of the earlier versions of the watch, and there's already an updated version of the Tank Frances. However, this watch is still quite classy. I do think that it can be improved by including an automatic mechanical movement, but just due to how it looks, I think it can be usable in both formal scenarios and more sporty scenarios. And I think this is just a flexible watch overall. And I think this is a theme that has continued from the Rolex Oyster date earlier. So dito naman sa relo na ito, ang kailangan nating tingnan muna, so syempre the case shape and the color of the case na parang kulay gold siya. But in some parts, you'll see na medyo faded na yung pagiging gold niya. That tells us that this might be gold on top of stainless steel or silver. Tapos pumunta naman tayo dun sa dial. If you look very closely at the dial of this watch, parang may speckles na kulay puti. That tells me that this might be the lapis lazuli dial. You look at the hands of this watch, they are sword hands and they are colored gold. Tapos pag tumingin sa baba nung center ng dial, may makita kayong branding dyan. And if you look very closely, just above the handset, it seems to be saying Cartier. At dahil sa mga katangyan natin, this is a Cartier Tank Vermeil, the one with the lapis lazuli dial. So this watch, it's named Vermeil, and if I'm not mistaken, that actually pertains to a technique of putting gold on silver or sterling silver. And that's just pretty accurate based on what I see from this watch. Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, specific portions of the case have already seemed to fade. And that just informs us that this is actually gold on top of sterling silver. But this is a pretty classy watch. There's an updated version of the watch already. And this watch is typically known to have the strap or the leather strap. Kaya examples of this watch today, you'll also already see them with replaced straps. And in this specific case for Miss Krisa, I think it's no different. This seems to be a relatively new blue leather strap that she has put on this, but I think it's quite flexible. One thing that I would comment on this watch is that it's very dressy, and that's sort of different from the other pieces in Miss Krisa's collection so far, yung Tank Frances and the Oyster Date. Pareho yung medyo they're quite flexible, but this one I think is built more for more formal occasions. And one thing I would change with this watch is I would change the color of the strap to something brown, something that is quite different from the dial of the watch. So all in all, itong tatlong relong to, I think it's a very flexible collection. I think all of the bases Miss Kris has already gotten covered. That makes this quite a complete collection. It's relatively understated, lalo na parang monochromatic yung look na preferred ni Miss Krisa. The watches, two of them have the date complication, and so they're easy day-to-day wears. She's got quartz pieces here by virtue of the Cartiers, and a mechanical piece in the Rolex Oyster Date. And so that's why I think this is quite a good collection. What I would add to it though would be some more variety when it comes to the color department. Sabi ko kanina medyo monochromatic ang dating ng mga to. I would love to see a steel bracelet, a steel case, and a black dial, or a blue dial, or a white dial and a black strap or a dark blue strap. Another thing to add, she can take this from a time angle. So what do I mean when I say that? I think this can be more modernized. Although these watches are already quite flexible, it would be good to have a watch with more modern specifications. One good option, top of my head, kasi si Miss Krisa, based on her email, she appears to have a jewelry business. And so for me, Cartier would be a good choice when it comes to the brand as the jeweler of kings and the king of jewelers. So top of mind, my suggestion would be the Cartier Santos Dumont. That has a quartz movement, 30 meters of water resistance, a silver dial, a blue strap, and I think it's quite a good looking watch. There are many sizes available for that watch. So Miss Krisa, kung may trip kayong size, I think Cartier would have it. And it's not as prohibitive as the pricing on some of Cartier's models. Madalas kasi umakit ang price ng Cartier talaga, or luxury goods for that matter. And so the Cartier Santos Dumont, I think, is one of the better entry routes into Cartier's more modern watch collection. So yun po yung thoughts ko sa collection nyo, Miss Krisa, and maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta. So dito na tayo kay Sir Chito, and yung email niya, it's a lovely story for me personally, and that's why I opted to include this as part of my very first video, commenting on the watches of viewers and subscribers. So he's already said what this watch is, so I'll just include that right away here. So this is the Mido Multifor TV Big Date S01 E02. And the Multifor TV Big Date is just a watch that I typically feature as an alternative to the Patek Philippe Aquanaut. So just by virtue of that, yung pag-email sa akin ni Sir Chito nagustuhan ko kagad. And that also just informs us that there is a market for Mido talaga dito sa Pilipinas. But let's look at the name first. And nakalagay dyan, S01 E02. This kind of nomenclature is something we typically see sa mga TV shows, di ba? Ibig sabihin yan, normally, Season 1, Episode 2. And for me, that's quite interesting. It's really leaning into that TV heritage of the watch. And E02 dyan, Episode 2, ibig sabihin, meron ng first iteration ang relo na ito. But we're not here to talk about that. So sa kwento ni Sir Chito was that in the 1970s, he was working in a manufacturing plant. And among other things, that manufacturing plant, it made electronics and that included television sets. So si Sir Chito, sabi niya, he was part of the cathode ray tube or CRT division where these television picture tubes were made. So part of that was they were calibrating the color of these television sets, and that involved looking at a pattern, this specific pattern. And so pag tiningnan nyo yung Mido Multifor TV Big Date S01 E02, yan yung pattern na makikita nyo. It's quite recognizable, and for him, when he saw this watch, yun na yung naging trigger para bilhin niya ang relo na ito. And that's such a good story, a reminder of a previous life, a reminder of times that were, a reminder of good times. Lalo na with where Sir Chito is today. I think he's probably come very far from that time in the 1970s. And I think it's a good way to look back at that part of his life. And that's what I really want to impart as part of this channel. It's really the stories that we associate to these watches that matter. Ang daming pinadala na photo ni Sir Chito. I could tell that he was really in love with this watch. Kasi ang relo na ito, it comes with two other more colorful rubber straps. And he would change the straps of these watches and then he would send the photos to me. And there's a lot of passion there that these emails would not do justice. And I felt that this is a story that I had to tell you guys. And that's what I want you to think about when you think about watches, no? More than just telling time. Kasi ang dami kong comments na nakikita, relo lang naman yan, pare-pareho lang ng oras na pinapakita. Or, relo lang naman yan, bakit tayo gagastos ng ganyang kalaking pera? For this kind of watch, it's something that, it's just the story, really, behind the watch. And Sir Chito, I admire you for that. Siguro yung mga ibang tao, nakikita nila ang relo na ito and they think, parang ginagaya yung Aquanaut. Pero ako kasi, you look at the history of Mido, they were making TV-shaped watches in the 1970s, way before the Aquanaut came out. And really, they're leaning into that history with this. And for Sir Chito, when he looks at this watch, hindi niya naman naisip na Patek Philippe Aquanaut. Ang naisip niya, nung 1970s, ito yung ginagawa ko. And probably, I'm not a mind reader and he hasn't shared that much. But what I would think if I were him would be, I've come so far from that time. And this is just a beautiful story overall. Itong susunod na relo, kailangan nating tingnan muna yung brand niya. Syempre, so makikita nyo agad dun sa, just below the 12 o'clock marker, you'll see Seiko. You'll see that the dial is dark blue. Tapos mapapansin nyo may sub-dials. Going to the bezel, it has a tachymeter there. But the first quarter of the bezel is colored red, so the rest of the bezel would be colored blue. So immediately this would be the Pepsi colorway. And then let's look at the bracelet style. And dahil sa makatangian natin with a Seiko Prospex Speed Timer SSC 913. The SSC 911 I typically recommend as a Rolex Daytona alternative. But this version of the watch is also pretty good with the overall blue color scheme and the red accent. Sabi ko nga kanina, the Pepsi colorway. And with the solar movement of this watch, it's going to come quite handy. Medyo ubiquitous na rin kasi yung speed timer, especially this chunkier version at 41 millimeters. I think it's just a pretty good looking watch. What I would change about it would be the the overall comfort of the bracelet, and just having it in hand before, I think there was a problem of the problem with the fitment of the end link to the case. I think hindi siya sobrang flush. But apart from that, there's little else on this watch that really needs improvement. Sa relo naman na ito ni Sir Chito, ang kailangan nating tingnan, syempre yung branding muna. So Seiko yung nakalagay just below the 12 o'clock marker. Tapos below that, you'll see the word Alpinist. So clue na kagad yan. Apart from that, let's look at the Arabic numerals used for the even markers or the even numbers. So 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then if you look at the chaptering, parang may compass dyan. Tapos, punta naman tayo doon sa bezel. Parang smooth yung bezel niya. It's quite shiny. Below the crown, there's another thing that you can turn. That's for the compass. And then the bracelet style is in the oyster style. At sa mga katangin natin, this an Alpinist. The Seiko Prospex Alpinist SPB 503. So, this watch is an updated version of the Seiko Alpinist. Medyo sumikat kasi yung Seiko Alpinist with the SARB 017 with the green dial and the brown leather strap. And they've made some iterations to that watch already. This is probably already the third iteration following that specific line na merong parang compass na tina-turn. And this one is a good-looking watch with that dial and that bracelet. I think it's also quite flexible. It can be dressed up. It can be dressed down. The thing I would say about this watch that I'm really not a fan of would be the text below the Prospex X, yung nakalagay automatic 3 days. I think that's just too much information on the dial. That's something I personally do not need, and that's why I'm not a fan. Seiko, just with the updated movements, sinasabi na nila na automatic 3 days. And that's a 72-hour power reserve. That's actually a beefy power reserve na magandang quality of life improvement comparing to other older models. Pero I think that's what prevented me from buying these more updated Seikos. That text of automatic 3 days is something that I'm really not a fan of. But other than that, with Sir Chito naman, I think he can stomach this. Syempre, binili niya na yun. So, I think this is a pretty good looking watch overall. I would just remove the automatic 3 days from the dial. So that's it for the watches of Sir Chito. Actually, may pinadala siyang pang-apat, kaya lang yung photo medyo malayo kasi yung relo, kaya hindi ko makita. But he said that it's a Casio Pro Trek. And that just sort of builds on the overall sportiness of this collection. So with the Mido Multi-4 TV Big Date, the Alpinist, and the Speed Timer, these are for me sporty watches. The Alpinist, I think, you can make it work in dressier occasions if you were to change the bracelet into maybe a brown leather strap or something along those lines. What would I add to this collection? I would add a dedicated dress watch. So I think with the experience of Sir Chito and with these watches, there might not be a use case for a dress watch. But if you had to really attend an event, and you just had to buy something that you can put on for a formal occasion, maybe attending a wedding, I think a Seiko Tank would be a good option for you. So Seiko does have these line of watches, the SWR line. I'll put an affiliate link kung gusto niyo pong bumili. Sir Chito, magandang option ito kasi mukha siyang a Cartier tank, but it has the Seiko branding on it, which is also quite important in the watchmaking industry. So if you're in the market for one of these, I think Seiko is a good choice for you. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng mga sample ng mga relo ni Miss Krisa, pati na ni Sir Chito. At kung gusto niyo pong maging bahagi ng serye na ito, kung saan ako ay nagko-comment sa mga relo ng mga subscribers at viewers, please send photos of your watches to pochoclock2025@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!